Rise of Africa, the continent, the diaspora, and BRICS explores the relationships that are affecting the global economy right now. This book explores the relationships of the African diaspora's influence on the African continent and why this is important in stabilizing relationships with an understanding of how BRICS impacts the future, good or bad. You can order your copy of The Rise of Africa today on Amazon.com.
Neo-diplomacy is the new currency. Neo-diplomacy is the new currency. The reason that I can say that is you have a couple of different factors occurring right now as we speak on the world stage. The dollar is being disrupted. Nations are no longer wanting to engage with the United States. But the third factor that affects each and every one of us is that there is a diaspora from the African continent that's willing and able to engage our brothers and sisters on the continent.
Shalom, salama, sieme, shalom. Greetings to all my Israelite brothers and sisters from around the world, whether you're of the bloodline of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the house of Israel, or you're a Gentile grafted into the house. Under the blood of Yahushua HaMashiach, I welcome you all this morning. This is day 2. I am excited to be here in the heart of Accra. I'm driving around here getting some things together. And I just wanted to have a quick little bit of a shout out to all of my brothers and sisters that have been able to support the mission of the medical container, Q2A. You can do so at q2a.org. Those that have personally supported this channel, which is it's a channel that's just speaking the truth. And the truth is that the Most High is moving mountains. And so let me go ahead and check. Let me make sure you all can hear me this morning. I think this is a little bit of a better situation. Yesterday, I was just getting off the plane with a couple hours of sleep, trying to figure things on out. And the cell phones and things of that nature. Well, when you travel internationally, it's not going to be the same. And so I was able to finally get my communications down. But in doing so, one of the things that was the most pressing on my heart was to thank you, Mick Jagger, Natanya Smith, Brandon Salama, Pastor Rick Fletcher. Come on in, Salama, everyone. Because here's the thing, I want to show you all it is a lot better. This is a blessing. But I want to show you all here. This is what I'm driving through right now. I got to get some things together. And I'm going to tell you this. Unfortunately, there you go. Let me adjust this. There you go. There we go. Now this is better. Unfortunately, this is kind of a spur of the moment type of an affair. I really did not enjoy that. But listen, when you do the work of the kingdom, you can't complain of what the Most High is having you do, because as a servant, you have to say Amen, Hallelujah, and keep things going. I did not really even get a chance to tell even the folks that I usually uh, allowing to know the affairs, because this mission was a very sensitive mission, because there's sensitive items that are being worked in this. And so with that, again, your prayers and your support is truly awesome. And let me just tell you, it is beautiful out here. It's beautiful out here. Unfortunately, it is going to be very shaky on my part, because the it is what it is. Look, when you do things last minute, you get last minute results. But they have built their building out here in the heart of Accra. As I was saying the other day, this is a part of Africa that is relatively built up. And being able to kind of see what I've gone through, and well, just where I have gone in terms of Tanzania and then Burkina Faso. I would say Egypt, but I really don't count Egypt. they're they're a little bit of a misnomer. But people are on out here. They're doing their thing. They're living their daily lives. They're getting their hustle. And as I was speaking to my driver, which I'm very glad that I do have a driver, you know, there's a lot of things that are on out here that many people do not have case is. Did I lose you all? Yeah, let me go ahead. The case is, honestly, you have a lot of things going on in terms of one of the countries that has one of the major banana and cocoa exporters, just within terms of agricultural, in the world. And you also have one of the highest exporters of gold in the world. So, for a place so rich, how could it be to where you would think it would be on par with the United States? You'd think it'll be on par with Europe. You think that it would actually be leading the way, that Europe would want to be and America would want to be on par with Africa, with the nations. But the reality is that when you have had a colonialization, an effort of colonialization that has occurred for centuries, this is the end product, where literally the the tail has become the head, and not the head leading the tail. And it has been a splendid job by the West to literally corrupt and denigrate the understanding of who they really are. And as I was talking to my driver earlier today, everybody knows that they're from Yasharel. Shout out to Brother Yakoba. Everybody knows. Everybody knows that they're Israelites on out here. It ain't no surprise to them. But the reality is that they know that in their oppression, what can they really do? That's the Jubilee House. Jubilee House, of course. Like they don't know that they're Yasharel. They do. I said, a lot of our people that have woken up, we've woken up and we've been angry. We woke up mad. We woke up feeling like a sense of we had despair because in that despair, we've had to endure some things. And as we've endured, that anger of, well, did we just get sold out and we were just sold out for generations? And really, yeah, the answer is yes, we got sold out. But also, the answer was yes on them. They got sold out too because they had also been a defeated people that did not understand the impact of being sold in a way and what that meant in terms of the utter the total utter destruction that it's had on a nation and on a people for generations. They didn't understand what a brain drain of captivity was going to look like. They didn't understand the effects of being impoverished. How can you be impoverished and you're literally sitting on such a vast amount of wealth? Because wealth isn't just in the actual materials. Wealth isn't just in the resources. Those are some embassies and banks. In the form of the people, always has been. In order for the wealth to happen, your people also have to be healthy. It's a multi-pronged level, a multi-pronged approach. We're out here on one of the side streets. I'm getting ready to go and get some business taken care of. We have to understand what that actually means when it comes to being able to okay being able to realize how just powerful we have been as a people as a and that's because simply of the people that these nations took. They took back. Yeah, so we're trying to park. Just don't worry, we can circle around. Let's take a drive for a little bit. Hey, how you doing, brother? Go ahead. Thank you. By the way, did I say that right? That's it. By the way, say right. Bedawasi. Look, I got Bedawasi. See, I'm learning some things on the fly. But but those are the things I've had to learn over the course of my travels. Sorry. Let me make sure I can get this together. So, so yeah. So I just want to give you all an update. Yesterday, I met with um, the senior representative for the Burkinabe Shippers Council. Well, if I get any closer, I'm not going to get on out. How am I going to get on out of here? Listen, I'm not a Ghanaian. I need a few more weeks and a few more pounds to get off of me so I can get up on out of here. I only got like, yeah, pray for your brother. Pray for your brother. Oh, it's been um an interesting course of time. So let me go here. Yeah, so this is where we're at right now. I got to go on in here and get some business taken care of. Again, for those, I will try to be making some updates. Definitely every few minutes. So, excuse me, not few minutes. That's the jet lag talking. Every couple of hours. I do plan on going to some interesting places, and I do want to bring you all along as I am documenting this trip for posterity. We got to make sure that we are getting. No, I'm not going to do that for the driver, and that's just because, I didn't ask for his consent on this, so that's why I want to keep things going forward. Um, so we got to understand that a lot of these things, a lot of these channels are highly monitored, even though the algorithm will say you only have a couple hundred people that have watched. No, they know how to throttle, and I don't want to put anybody in harm's way, especially with the sensitivity of this. So again, just to kind of give you that update. Okay, there we go. Didn't know why I was. Nice trees. To me, it actually reminds me of Florida, just with a lot of hills. that's that's really what it reminds me of. To be honest, this actually reminds me of like Orlando. That's what it actually feels like. It feels like in Orlando. For those that have ever been to Orlando, not like the touristy areas, but like near Winter Park, Altamont Springs, some of those places, you kind of get that. Pine Hill, those areas. So, yeah. So this is just kind of a little bit of what I've been doing. Got a chance to see the port. Got some pictures. I'm going to be sharing that. I will be sharing that in a couple different venues on my LinkedIn through Neo Diplomacy. I will also be sharing that on some of these posts at Covenant Awakenings, and I also will be sharing that on some other platforms, so we can get the word out of what we're doing and why it is so important of being able to show that we're here for our people. Listen, we have the tremendous brain power to be able to create jobs for days. You can ask Brother Garth. I am just an idea genie. I know people don't like genie. I mean, an idea, whatever you want to call it. Shalom, Brother Asaph. I was looking for you. Please hit me up on on Instant Message or on Facebook Messenger. So yeah, so I'm definitely it's there's definitely a lot of contacts on out here. Too many contacts to even like you know um, get on out there in this context, and that's just because when people are like, oh, you're going to Burkina Faso and Ghana, oh, you're going to Ghana first. As soon as I said I was going to Ghana, everybody knew somebody. Got to know somebody to know somebody to know somebody. so So no, this isn't South Dade. this is this isn't the 305. This is they would call it the 233. That's the country code for Ghana. So with that, I'm gonna be wrapping it on up here. I'm gonna probably come back on in a few hours because I want you all to really get an understanding of just and get a chance to see Ghana from a lot of these perspectives. So I do have to be careful. I am there, in kind of the area where I gotta get some things taken care of. But understand when I'm taking care of these things, it's actually to be able to help our people to bridge this divide. It's to help our people to understand how to bring business, how to bring commerce. And we're going to be praying for you, Brother Asaph. We absolutely will. Brother Asaph says he has surgery in a few weeks. We're going to definitely be praying for you. So in this, we have a lot of work to do, but the work isn't going to be an undertaking that's just going to be too severe, especially right now when you have more people wanting to do more things. Because now they understand, we've articulated enough the situations that they're going through. As I was stating before I closed, I went to the port yesterday. And as I was going to the port, I was getting some business taken care of. Matter of fact, I still have business to take care of because now my connectivity is a little bit better. But now, as I'm getting this business taken care of, it if this was maybe 2 or 3 years ago, not a chance. Right now, it's very accommodating because they know that honestly, we're here, we're for real. We're not playing games as our first. I'm going to say this: the first instance of our people really coming to Ghana in 2019, that was a game, and I really feel bad that they had to go through, the boule traps and all of the other, house Negro games that our people brought along. But you want to know what? They had to go through that shock, and really, we had to go through that shock because honestly, it was horrifying to see that happening and to see what had happened. And then, to be quite honest, relationships got better simply because of Ibrahim Traore. I don't think people understand that, and I'm going to credit that to him. That the Most High used Ibrahim Traore to have relationships better between us here in the diaspora, even though I'm on the continent, I'll still say us, and our people on the continent. So the reality is that look, I may ask for donations to simply be able to literally do this. I'm not here to ask for donations simply because I just need food in my belly and another day to be sustained. No, it's to be able to create a dream that is able to have prosperity for all of our African diasporan and brothers and sisters on the continent. And this is it. If you'd like to know more about the mission of the charitable mission, you can visit that at qqa.org. If you'd like to be able to operationalize and help us build, that's Region 6 Council for Diaspora Affairs. And I'll be getting into that a lot more as we do a relaunch of sorts. We still need to have the charity in terms of community outreach and engagement, but now we have to operationalize. Now we have to put our feet on the ground. Now we have to roll up our sleeves and take out the shovels. That reminds me, I need to buy a shovel. So you all can see the ground. So you all can see the vision instead of living in the division that was created by them, by oppressors. So yes, family, I gotta get up on out of here. I just wanted to be able to spend some time with you all. I will have a little bit more of a little bit more going on. I am meeting with some high profile people um, here in the next couple of days. Met with one yesterday. A lot of connections to even folks that I have been dealing with over in the United States. And it's really awesome to see how closely knitted everyone is together. Okay? That's the big deal. That is the reality. So please definitely pray for me. You can support this these efforts personally with hygiene products. I'm sorry, family. I did not really even have a budget to come on out here. It was that crazy. But I thank the Most High that there's a lot of impact going on. So he is truly good. He is truly good. So with that, I do have to now go in here and get some other work done because I wasn't able to get it done because I didn't have the 7-day grace period that's needed, to get things done in a quick and efficient manner. So I definitely had time against me. That's why I say, family, I definitely appreciate you all support. Anything that you all are able to provide, especially in this venture that's going on. I'm going to tell you the outcome is going to be much greater than what people can even think or imagine. If you'd like to support the container initiative, we're not quite there yet. I'm still coordinating, making sure that that container is able to leave the port. So that is where I'm at right now. That is one of the next courses and items of business. It is a Friday afternoon. It is a Friday afternoon, so I don't really have that much time to really converse, in these long, winded uh, videos and live streams. But I do thank the Most High that it looks as though the connection is stable, and you all are able to kind of see how things are looking here in Ghana on the ground. So with that, family, this is your brother, Karis, reporting on the ground here at Covenant Awakenings. Thank you all again for your prayers, your support. Thank you all again for, just being able to share the word of what we're doing here in Ghana. What we're doing here on the continent. Yeah, do you see what happens? You get to the continent, you literally drop like 10 years. I look like I'm 35 years old again. 35 with some gray hairs. It's that stress. I'm about to start packaging Ghanaian dirt and just selling it so people can have that as like a face wash and be like, your stresses can disappear in a matter of a Ghanaian facial scrub. I don't know. See that? You see them jobs I just created? I just created a job because I know somebody will buy that. I just created a job. Look at that. See how the Most High works. All right. Let me not give my driver any idea. Brother, where do you need to get this thing sent to? How much? Man, we could do an ounce for $25. These brothers are just selling dirt from Ghana? All righty. Okay, with that, I do have to get going. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your support. Yep. And see that? Look, see the Invest in Africa seminar right here? It's just not talking about it. This is being about it. I know it's kind of flipped wrong in the camera angle. This is being about it. So, with that being said, I got to get going because I got things to do. Please pray for your brother. With that said, family, shalom, salama, siemi, shalom. Peace and blessings, all of Yasharel.